In this video, we're going to talk about part 2 of bankruptcy. This video, we're going to walk with you how to get out of this challenging times. It's about managing finance in challenging times, getting out of this bankruptcy situation. Before a full proceeding on bankruptcy is declared a person official bankrupt, there are steps and processes. Now, one of the processes will be centralize all your loans or ask help from AKPK. AKPK can journey with you and help you to centralize all your debt into one to have a lower interest and a scheduled repayment method. With a scheduled repayment method, you're able to buy time to clear off your debt, so therefore, you're not an official declared bankrupt yet. So AKPK is step 1 for you to seek for help. Now, step 2 is to reduce your expenses and increase income. Reduce your expenses and increase multiple sources of income. So this way, you have more income and less expenses. With the extra, you can clear off more debt. Now, step 3 is about delay gratification. What does delay gratification means? It means whatever you want, the house, the car, whatever that you want, you delayed it at a later stage where your debts are manageable. The next one is instead of buying a liability, invest into the asset. What does that mean? It means instead of planting a tree and eat its fruits, plant a tree that bears many fruits and then you enjoy the particular fruits. So therefore, instead of buying liabilities, invest into assets, and assets that produce a lot of things for you. Okay, the next step is about understanding the needs and want. In earlier video, we talked about the few questions you need to ask yourself before you buy any single item. What is a need and what is a want? So before you lay your hands in any particular asset, whether it's on online shopping or luxury items, these are the few questions you should ask yourself. Do I need it or do I want it? Can I afford it? Is it worth it? What can I do better with the money? Now, the next step is about seeking professional help from licensed financial advisor who can help you through good times and bad times and navigate your financial situation to help you to pull through these challenging times. And again, another step is do not be a guarantor, because once you are a guarantor, you are responsible for the debts, the person who is owning the loan. So being a guarantor is exposing yourself to the risk of being bankrupt. Another step is to liquidate some of the big items, things that you do not want, liquidate it. In some of the videos earlier, it talks about liquidating assets for cash flow. You can find out more from there. Now, one of the important ways is to speak to a professional, whether it's a legal counsel, a licensed financial advisor, or AKPK counselor. These are the 3 expertise or specialized people in the industry who can help you to navigate these challenging times. As you can see in video 1, these are the people who have been bankrupt before. One of them like Walt Disney, Elton John, and also Abraham Lincoln, so on and so forth. These are people who have fallen and yet they have bounced back again. Now, these are the heroes who have gone down in life and they picked themselves up. As Dr. Miles Monroe says, understanding who you are is very important for you to understand your identity to have a bounce back. Doing a job and working is 2 different stories. Having a job is actually doing something. Doing a job is actually allowing the gift of who you are inside to begin to flourish out and begin to have the energy and the passion to be able to bounce back again, because finding your passion, finding your identity is one of the steps to allow the best version of you to come forth. Meaning, job will take you somewhere, but finding your work is a different story. What does work really means? Work requires you to understand your gifting. Once you understand your identity and your gifting, you are discovering your work. We can fire from a job, but we will not be fired from our work because the work requires our gifting. Now, most of the billionaires from all these names that you've seen, they have bounced back because they have found their work. They will never fire again from their work because the work requires their gifting, requires them to burst forth. Just like Walt Disney, they have never stopped dreaming. And because they're able to dream from high flyer to a bankrupt situation, and today we have watched many good cartoons and good movies because he has never stopped dreaming. Because work will not be fired. Because work requires you to find your identity, require you to find your gifting, and the gifting allows you to be who you are. And when you have the understanding of who you are, you begin to flourish to the best version of yourself. Now, being bankrupt or in a bankruptcy proceeding is going to be very detrimental to the mental health. Let me take you through Dr. Caroline Leaf's 21 days important action plan. And one of the action plan is to do the mental detox. So 21 days to detox of the wrong thinking process, to purge it out so that we will be able to be healthy and fit mentally to face the challenges ahead. Let me take you through a bit deeper, which is not Dr. Caroline Leaf. Let me illustrate it, a difference between a chicken and an eagle. Now, what does the Mr. Eagle want? Mr. Eagle's purpose in life is to soar and fly high, to build his kingdom in the clouds. That is the purpose of an eagle. Now, what is the purpose of Miss Chicken? Now, Miss Chicken is talking about survival, survival, and survival. Look at the lifespan of an eagle. The lifespan of an eagle is roughly about 14 to 20 years, and they rebirth over 5 months of hibernation. During the hibernation, at the year of 40, the eagles will be able to live up to 70, which means when the eagle turns 40, they take 5-month rest to hibernate. During the hibernation, they pluck off their feather. The beak is very sharp, and they poke to clear the beak so that the beak becomes sharp again. So, what about the chicken? Miss Chicken lifespan is only 21 days, the spring chicken, yeah? Sometimes 45 days, the broiler chicken. And occasionally the free-range chicken, kampung chicken, 75 days. However, the longest lifespan for a chicken is about 5 to 10 years. During this 21 days detox, I like to appeal to you, let us be eagles. Because eagle has a purpose, that is to fly high, to last long. And eagle has a purpose to stay 5 months in hibernation to become who he is and who the best version of themselves. So therefore, in this time where people are injecting a society taboo or being very, very disappointing about ourselves, let us detox ourselves by the hibernation period. This hibernation period, we will ask ourselves, do we want to be a Miss Chicken? These are the features. Or do you want to be the Mr. Eagle? I would appeal to you and encourage you, let's be the eagle. Let us fly high and last long. Today we talk about the bridge over to financial contentment. Now you look at this side of the bridge, it's actually financial distress. Now the other side of the bridge is actually financial contentment. Now how do we move from this side over to this side? Each of the steps of this bridge has a step-by-step process. Now first one is about financial entrapment. Sometimes we are entrapped because we are spending more than we are supposed to live by, or because we have been guarantor for somebody, so on and so forth. So there is entrapment that entraps us into this financial stressfulness. So we find out the source, look at the source of the issue and work on it and deal with it. And at the same time, not forgetting, we need to have professional people like a legal counsel, an accountant, a licensed financial advisor to journey with you, or even a KPK counselor to walk you through what are the entrapment that entrap you in this financial distress situation. Now, second step is about financial metanoia, which is a change of the heart. Just now we talked about Dr. Carol Leaf, which is a 21-day detox of the mind. Do we want to be an eagle or do we want to be a chicken? I would appeal all of us in these challenging times. Let us move our chicken mindset and move into an eagle's mindset. And what does an eagle mean? Eagle has a purpose of living. An eagle took time to have 5 months hibernation to pluck off their feather and to move them a crooked beak into a pointed beak. So it's painful. However, this hibernation time is very, very important for him or her. Now, step 3, to re-establish a solid locus of control. So we need to have precision in life and we need to have a locus of control. When there are counsels that stand with us in good times and bad times, we are able to have a locus of control and we have precision in life. Now, step 4, we can seek our life direction and then we can find the source of peace. Remember I shared earlier, what is the difference between getting a job and finding the work? In job, we can be fired. But in work, you require your giftings. Because Dr. Miles Maroon say, when you find your work, you will never be fired again. Why? Because work requires your gifting. And when you have your gifting, you have the passion. When you have your passion, you have your energy. And whatever you work, you say 5 o'clock, oh dear, I like to work more. Why? Because you are enjoying your gifting in your work. You get fired in job, but you enjoy the fruitfulness of your work. Now, the next step is about practice regular financial giving. Sometimes, even though we do not have much, by the mere fact of giving a little, maybe just a $10 to help one family, the gesture of giving is very powerful for healing. Let me repeat, the gesture of giving is very powerful for healing. Now, step 6, from financial distress all the way to financial contentment, step 6. Keep an eye for the needy. Now, giving itself, you can give it to Tom, Dick, and Harry, whoever needs it. But being an eye and being attentive to the cry of the poor and the marginalized is very, very important. I was once a conference speaker, so I say we as financial advisor, we help the rich get richer. But do we understand our profession is also to become a speaker for the cry of the marginalized? We have to explain the cry of the marginalized towards the richer, so that the richer will have a gift of love and a compassion towards the poor. So being a licensed financial advisor is not to make the rich richer, but to ensure that we will also be a speaker for the cry of the poor and the marginalized. Now, step 7, moving from financial distress all the way to financial contentment. Step 7 is to reach out for your goals with the right plan. Sometimes we have the right goals, but we have the wrong planning process. So having a right goal does not mean you have the right plan. Sometimes you plan right, but your goal is wrong. So balancing between your goal and your right plan is very, very important. Navigating the right plan towards your goal is very important. Step 8, understand the purpose of wealth. Many of us work hard, but we did not understand, or we never had the purpose of wealth building. Finding your purpose of wealth is very important. Catching up with the Jonas may not be the answer. The question is, why do you exist? Finding your purpose of life and finding your purpose of health and purpose of wealth is like a chopstick power. You have the precision in life and be able to bring the best out of you. Now, step 10, diversify your income sources. There are multiple sources of income and multiple building of asset classes. So when you expand your mindset in building multiple sources of income, you are able to build multiple asset classes. And again, multiple sources of income will be able to help you to clear the debt faster and easier. Now, step 11, managing the debt well. There are different debts. There are fixed interest debt, there are variable interest debt, there's compounding debt, there are different debts. So managing your debt well is very, very important for you to navigate the distressful situation into financial contentment. The last but the most important, which is the power of dreams. Keeping your dream alive is very, very important because it gives you the energy, it gives you the direction, and it gives you the hope for tomorrow. Walt Disney was declared bankrupt in 1920s. However, today, the market cap in 2021 is 350 billion. What kept them alive is the power of dreams. Because they are willing to dream, and today we have all the best movies, cartoons, and a lot of good channels for us to enjoy. What kept them alive? The power of dreaming. Continue to dream, my friend. I hope you've enjoyed part 1 and part 2 of bankruptcy. This particular video is not to dampen your spirit, but this set of videos is to encourage to say, bankruptcy is not end of the day. Bankruptcy is just a part of the journey. Let's journey forward to a new change, a new you.